Life gets better by change, not by chance. Episode 13.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to our mini series Life Gets Better by Change, Not by Chance. Today's episode is our episode 13. We are super excited that you are here with us today. My name is Tara, and I'm co hosting this episode with my one and only co host, Jackie.
Did
How
you
are
just
you,
forget your
Jackie?
name, Tara? Did you just forget your name? My name is
I
Tara.
know. I always forget. Okay, so today, our special guest today is not a stranger to me, actually. I've known him for about 20 years, a long time. He's a friend and a fellow business owner, a dad of two, a conciliator during the day, and he runs his online business on the side. Um, he's been in the online world for less than 1 year now. Please help me welcome Himansu. Hi, Himansu.
Hi
Hello.
guys, thanks for inviting me. By the way, it's a pleasure to be sharing my story with everyone else.
That's great. That's great. Thanks for coming over, Himanshu. Really appreciate
Pleasure.
you taking the time out of this lockdown. I know you are busy, but it Tara and me doing this small series where we are really showcasing the journey of people in our community, how they decided and brought changes in their life which led them to be an online successful entrepreneur. So once again, welcome. I will not waste any more time. My first question to you, Himanshu, is that what what made you go out and look for an extra income source in your life? As you just said before we started recording this, that you are working for an ombudsman sector where you work full time, 9 to 5. So why extra income?
Extra income. So the core reason for my um, sort of looking for something was that previously I failed a business opportunity. So it's kind of coming from that, I guess. I always wanted to believe in working for myself. Um, so because I tried different method previously, and it failed big time, to be honest.
Mhm.
Um, and then I thought maybe um, extra income is good, I know, but that's
Yeah,
not the main reason for my main reason for looking for other things. Mainly, I look, I felt like it's something's missing, really, like fulfillment wise. It was 9 to 5 job wasn't really fulfilling at the end of the day. So that curiosity maybe looked into other things, and because I failed one more time, I just wanted to give it another time, another try as well.
Mhm.
um, I would say that combined with um, an online business, I came across obviously Tara. I knew for
Yeah,
almost 20 years, so that kind of trust uh, as well got me through the lines, I guess. So I asked the questions, and she gave me the proper explanation of this is. I knew her. She was doing something for a couple of years way back, but it never occurred to me to ask the questions like, "What are you doing?" It's just,
yeah,
we are friends, like we hang out and all that, but
yeah,
never occurred. I knew that she was from corporate world, and I've been in corporate world in the last, I don't know, 20 years or so.
yeah,
So that's the main reason. So it's personal for me. It's personal fulfillment mainly, rather than any income. Um, Income is good, but
yeah,
it's not an income that I wanted right now. Like it's not like I was surviving. I was doing fine. I mean, it's an average,
yeah,
fairly good job. I mean, job satisfaction wise as well as financial. Um, it's not a bad position to be in, but at the same time, I thought maybe it's not fulfilling at the end of the day. So you got to do the right thing and just look for other things. glad that I approached Tara, and then she gave the answers to me, and then here we go.
Yeah. So Himanshu, you couple of times you mentioned about your main reason of failing the business previously. Was it an online business or something different?
It could have gone both ways. I mean, it's not online, so it's not purely online. We could have had the website and run it online, but it's a I would say more 80% it's a traditional sort of business,
Okay.
service based business, and uh, it failed, and it's difficult. I know that it's difficult to operate on your own, or even if you have
Yeah.
a couple of people to help out. It's not easy job. It's especially with doing something else like day job, which
Yeah.
I'm doing, and I didn't want to give out that and start up a business, because then obviously my income will go to zero, and then you got to start up from the scratch as well. So instead of that, I was looking for something to sort of do on the side,
Yeah.
start up, and if that gets to the level that I'm comfortable
Mhm.
financially, then I can slowly reduce or stop what I'm doing as a day job and continue. That's my goal.
Yeah.
And how long did you run that business, the previous one?
Um, for about 2 years.
Okay. Were you always an entrepreneurial mindset? Were you always the business mindset?
Not really, no, to be
No.
honest,
Yeah.
because coming from my background, I'm Sri Lankan.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed to say that we were told, like from my growing up times, you
Sure.
like you learn first,
Yeah.
go to
Yeah.
school, learn,
Understand.
and then do a
Get a good
proper,
job.
I mean, good job
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
earn
Yeah.
money. That's the
Yeah.
mindset that
Yeah.
I was
That's what.
kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I think. It's not only your country. It's like all the Asian parents and Asian culture is like that. Whether you
That's
talk about
absolutely true.
India as well, the parents have the mindset that do a good studies, get a good degree, then find a good job and live your life. But let's be frank, we are in the 21st century and it doesn't work like that anymore. It's a
Exactly.
competition. The competition is not in the traditional business, the competition is into the 9 to 5 world as well, where everybody is trying to get to the next level and somebody is pulling you back, you know, or so much of politics you go through in the organization, in the corporate world. So thanks for sharing that. Tara, over to you.
Yes. So you were talking. My next question is why online, and I think you mentioned that you obviously knew that I was doing something, and then you approached me about it, so that the trust was there, and you obviously recognized online world is the best place to be because you don't have to trade your time for money because you're not going to a job. It runs in the background. So why this business community? You obviously watched the workshop and you checked it out. And what really, um, what made you say yes? I want to do this. Why this community? What did you find out about the community?
I guess the when I found out about this and watching the webinar and you answering questions, one main factor was that obviously why online? Yes, because online is startup cost is less. One, and the other is you got to have a community support or some sort of training background.
Yeah.
You can't run it. That's one of the failures which I did previous attempt. So I knew my failures and I thought, okay, without any support, you can't just run, start up a business and run it. So that's my number two. One is startup costs. Obviously, when comparing to traditional business to online, the startup cost is very minimal compared to a
Yes.
traditional one. Startup cost is very high in those ones. So startup cost is less in this online world. So that's one. And the other reason is mainly whether you have a good support, community support or training support, 24/7 training, which provides in this business is fantastic. I think one of the fellow members previously said it keeps remind, um, keeps ringing in my head. This training is spoon fed. That is absolutely
That's
true. It's like even I asked my son to sort of start this and learn watching this. He can. I'm pretty sure he can do it because
yeah,
that easy. It's like this is how you do step by step guide. You can't go wrong. I mean, I was not tech savvy, although I worked in corporate world. You're not really into, um, as you know, Star. I wasn't very active in social media earlier, previous to this. So, but
Mm.
I learned a lot, heaps lot from this, and to create a positive mindset as well. That's those are the key points, I guess.
yeah. No, absolutely right. Because no doubt the training and the system is done for you. So you need to put less effort in building anything, because if the investment is in compared to traditional business is less, but when you have to do it for yourself, okay, when you have to start it from scratch, where you don't have system inbuilt system, don't have tools, and no support, then it might can consume your time, it might can consume your energy. But the business like us, which where it's done for you, you have less investment plus less effort, less energy, and it will not consume your time much. So you can scale your business whenever you are spending 1 or 2 hours a week. Like for example, I spend 3-4 hours a week on this business. And in that 3-4 hours, what I'm doing, I'm just scaling the business to a next level. That's it. you know and that's what is great about this business. And thanks for mentioning that. Tara, you want to say anything?
Yes, and we've got a lot of people in our community who is currently working 9 to 5 and running this business on the side. You just need to spend about 1 to 2 hours a day. Initially, you obviously need to go through the training and get to know community and tools and resources better. But as you said, Jackie, right now, you've been in the business for a while now, and you
Mm,
just need to spend a couple of hours a week
yeah,
just to scale the business. That's it. And uh, everything is done for us. We have masterminds every week, uh, updating us on what's going on, the tips and strategies. And, we meet so many people from other countries around the world within this community. So um, that's definitely an advantage. And again, yeah, that support is a must. In any business, you need to have the support.
that's good. Yeah. So Himansu, it's been almost a year now, and you had a experience, all kinds of experience, failure and success. So, what is your one advice to the people, those who are listening you today?
For the people who are joining, like who are joining or deciding to hope in that period, like fence sitting period,
Yeah.
if you get the logic behind it, um, I sometimes I fail to understand why people putting off that your goals and that opportunity. Why don't you take that risk and jump in? Because what is it? You're not doing anything. You're just watching others be either successful or fail. But
Mm,
either way, I mean, generally speaking, this obviously watching success, but you're just watching someone else. Why waste time? It's just not doing anything for you because if you do keep doing the same thing, the result would be the same.
yeah.
So first of all, if you came to know that about this business or even anything about, you know, take action. Simple as that. Like if it is for you, you get the logic, just do it. If not, go away. Find another path. It's not rocket science to be honest. Like if it
Yeah.
is not for you, it is not for everyone, to be honest. Um, but if it is not for you, just don't waste time watching someone else succeed or fail. Just go
Yeah.
into another path and follow your path.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, there are a lot of fence sitters out there. They're thinking in their mind, what are they doing? But
Yeah.
if you don't ask, you don't get.
No.
Communication, conversation, right, Jackie? That's what you always say. Conversation. Ask.
Absolutely.
No one's going to bite you. Just ask. And in anything in life, if you don't ask, you don't get.
Okay. No. Even you ask for everything. You ask for opportunity. If you see, you ask to God for better future, better life. So even the God doesn't give you anything without asking.
Yeah.
So you need to ask. If you
Very
don't
true.
ask, you don't get anything.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks, Himanshu. I really appreciate you coming over, sharing all this with us. And the best thing about this interview is that your main reason was not about an extra income. It was about doing something your own, having something your own, you know, having your own business. There are a lot of interviews we did which where people started looking for extra income because they had a financial stress and they were not able to pay for their debt, they were not able to pay their debt off or something whatsoever. But your reason was totally different than other people, because you had a reason that you want to do something where you can make decision, where you can have your own thing, because you have been into that uh, journey before where you did try to do, you failed, but now you want to do it again. It doesn't matter you fail again, but you should not stop trying. That's good about it, Tara.
Yeah. Personal fulfillment is another thing. We live one life. You need to live it
Life
out.
without life without fulfillment is ultimate failure. Keep that in mind. Okay. Life without fulfillment is ultimate failure. You need
Exactly.
fulfillment. You don't need happiness. You don't need a joy. You need a fulfillment. If life is fulfilled, you will have a happiness. You will have a joy in your life.
It'll come naturally, exactly, because you're fulfilled, isn't it? Again, thank you so much, Himansu, for coming on. I can't wait to see you reaching all the milestones. I will be your number one cheerleader watching you. And thank you so much. Stay blessed. Yeah, stay safe. And I'm sure I'll see you sometime soon after this lockdown.
Of course, we
Exactly.
will.
Thanks for inviting me, Jackie, Tara. Bye, guys.
Thank
Stay safe.
you too. Take care. Bye
See
bye.
ya. Bye bye.
Great. That was nice. That was
Yes.
nice. People like this will going to get successful because they
Yeah.
don't give up. If you give up, then it's done. Then
It,
it's end of the story.
fulfillment, I find that fulfillment is so important because
It is.
I know
Yeah.
so many people, they wake up every morning and they just drag themselves to work.
Yeah.
I gotta go to work today. And yeah, I mean, I wake up and I'm like, yay, another day, new day, because I'm doing my own thing. I can do whatever I want. So yeah, personal fulfillment is so important. What do you got for us today, Jackie?
Okay. So on the fulfillment, okay.
Yeah,
Ultimately, it's up to you to define the meaning of success and what you are willing to give up in order to have it. There is no formula, but you
yeah,
will sacrifice. Now you need to decide what you want to sacrifice. Do you want to sacrifice your procrastinating nature? Do you
yeah,
want to sacrifice your overthinking? Do you want to sacrifice saying no to all the opportunities? Do you want to sacrifice your bad routines? Or do you want to sacrifice millions of dollars? Do you want to sacrifice the big house? Do you want to sacrifice the nice car? Do you want to sacrifice all that opportunities coming towards you and you are saying yes to them? Or do you want to sacrifice the quality time with your life, with your wife, with your kids, with your husband, with your loved ones? So it's all comes down to you. What
you.
are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice the good things, or are you willing to sacrifice the bad things?
Wow.
but there is no formula to success. It's all comes down to
Exactly. It's all up to you. You. Yep. Thanks, Jackie. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to another episode. Life gets better by change, not by chance.